Now at 6:30, a community of friends, family, and former students are rallying around a retired teacher who's now recovering with several burns across his body after his son says he ran through flames trying to escape the Beachy Creek fire in Marion County last week. Fox 12's Sarah Hurwitz has an update on his condition and the impact he's had on countless students.
Eric Torgerson says that his dad, Scott, is recovering here at the burn unit at Legacy Emmanuel Medical Center. He has undergone several skin graft surgeries. You know, those burns are the result of running for his life when the Beachy Creek fire hit. The community, which has already donated thousands, wants Scott to know that they're here to help. Scott Torgerson, a retired teacher, lived up North Fork Road for more than 20 years. The night the Beachy Creek fire erupted through the Santiam Canyon, Scott's son Eric says he could not get a hold of his dad.
I thought maybe he had come back to Portland, thinking there was danger, so I called all of the relatives thinking he'd gone somewhere else, maybe woke everybody up, and nobody had heard from him.
Eric says his dad, Scott, went to bed that night with a few things packed in the car, not thinking that there was imminent danger. Hours later, as his neighborhood evacuated, Scott slept through it all until his neighbor's propane tank exploded.
He was the only one left, and the neighbor's house was in fire, fully engulfed, and the propane tank went off, so he got up out of bed, 2:30 in the morning, looks out the window, sees the house on fire, says, "Oh, well, I gotta go."
Eric says his dad jumped in the car to try and escape, but drove into a fallen log and then had to run for his life.
He said the worst part was that whenever he came to a structure, all the houses were on fire, and the structures were very intense, and they created these fire tornadoes. So they would be, the wind would be blowing sideways, because there was still the 70-mile-an-hour winds, and he would put his arm up and kind of duck from those and hold his breath and run through them, which is crazy to think about. His description was that he was running through hell.
Scott kept running several miles, suffering stage 3 burns all over his body until a man driving a Jeep picked him up. That driver was Chris Tofty, who was rushing into the fire zone to find his family. Tofty did save his badly burned wife, Angela, as well, but lost his 13-year-old son, Wyatt, and mother-in-law, Peggy, who both died trying to escape the flames. Now, once the community heard about what happened to Scott, a former teacher of more than 30 years, the donations and support poured in. Thousands of dollars have already been raised, many from former students like Crystal Ignatowski, who had Scott as her 5th grade teacher in 2001.
Mr. Torgerson is a name that I'll always remember. I remember being in 5th grade, and I remember he was a really kind teacher. I just really hope he knows that there are people who are going to be around for the long run for him.
And today, Eric says that Scott underwent his 4th surgery. He is expected to be here for at least another 2 weeks and is expected to recover. In Northeast Portland, Sarah Hurwitz, Fox 12 Oregon.